that lighting though. What is good? What is poppin', everyone? It's Michelle at Divine's Purpose, having a nice ice latte. Nothing is better than making your own lattes. Like, sorry, Starbucks, you can't fly with me. Okay, so, I'm coming on because I keep hearing it's time for the new, it's time for new, it's time for new. And if you don't know, I have an online program called Magic Mirror, A Whole New World. And it really does talk about the rituals and the practices that one must show up to every day to create a new path. It takes 21 days to form a habit. It takes 90 days to create a lifestyle. So the one thing I've learned on this path is that a lot of people will try to keep you stuck with readings, with updates, with specific journeys such as a twin flame. And the one thing we have to understand is that when you say a wild woman needs to come out of her cave and howl at the moon, never stop her, because she needs to do what she needs to do. And what I mean by that is understanding that I've witnessed a lot on this journey when the divine feminine gets too powerful, there's so much clapback. And when the divine feminine says, no, it's time for brand new beginnings, because she is the one leading, and remember, this is an energy, that means it's time to go and create new beginnings. So if anybody is having issues with feeling confident or understanding what it is to be magical and create temples, and just even having a hard time showing up in your own daily patterns, check out Magic Mirror, A Whole New World. It's an online course. It's 10 days. I will email you directly for 10 days straight, but it's up to you to show up to do the ritual. In 10 days is what I do basically within 4 hours in a day, all of it. And it's really just the embodiment of living. So what we're going to do right now is bring in the new energies. One part of the journey with Mulan, because I deal with a lot of inner child energy, is Feng Shui. And Feng Shui is all about decluttering. And the thing is, when you ask for something, right, to God, Goddess, universe, take it as it resonates, and you don't believe it's coming, it means that you don't trust God. And right now, we're being asked to declutter the things that have been sitting on us. And it could even be the twin flame journey itself. You know, the codependency, the waiting, the wish fulfillment, you know, wanting to be in union so bad. But maybe your journey is being called to do something greater for the world. Be bold and make the first move. You know, how bold can we be? And this is what I mean by the wild feminine. I've been experiencing this on Instagram specifically, is that when I speak and it's too loud, other divine feminines are critiquing me. But it's okay to post about the wild feminine and reshare it. But when the wild feminine speaks or howls or does what she does, it's not okay. Like, where is the logic in that? There is no logic. And the problem with me is that I find that it's very hard to teach this type of higher conscious energy with complete trust and surrender when others are always judging and always criticizing. And it's not because they've been asked. They just start coming on and just dumping. You know, you have to understand that that's negativity. Don't come onto someone's work and energetically dump your shadows and your wounds, right? And you never were asked. You never even asked if it was okay. You know, there has to be a respect here. And I find that this new energy has so much respect. And I also feel like it has a lot of practical energy, which I'm excited to dig into a little bit more. Because a lot of us were so tapped into the spiritual realm, which gave us a lot of gifts. But be bold and make the first move. Um, I feel that a lot of us are being asked to be more practical and now start doing the things that have been shown to us in the higher dimensions. And the vision may be crazy, but that's why you have to believe in magic. The question is, do you believe? The worst thing is when you promise yourself something. For example, I'm going to go on a diet on Monday and I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to get healthier. And by Wednesday, you've already come off. You basically manipulated yourself. And no wonder you have trust issues. You can't even trust yourself and the plans that you have ahead. Got a polo for the masculine energy inquiry. Yeah. Really coming into that place, really coming into that place of the holy flames, the sacred flames. So much masculine and feminine teaching, but it's like this, the feminine is the liquid, the masculine is the glass, and you're all of it. Let's look into the goddess energy, shall we? I've also been observing a lot of the teaching as well, and I think it's incredible. But definitely my teaching, I'm moving out of that. So if it doesn't resonate with you, that's cool. Look at Goddess Hera with commitment. I'm fully committed to what God is showing me, not what, the spiritual community is showing me. If you guys know my work, I don't resonate with the spiritual community. I resonate with consciousness, and consciousness is like the ocean. It flows, right? And there's this beautiful surrendering to the ocean. And to be honest with you, we're all the ocean. But it just depends on what you're committed to. I'm committed to consciousness. And when I'm being led to move a certain way, that's where I go. Goddess Sekhmet coming through with reduction. Yeah, what a beautiful dance. What a beautiful dance this is. Or I should say swim. But for real, be bold and make the first move. There is an inquiry here, maybe you're watching this because you do have a little bit of a question. Maybe you do need clarity. Maybe you've been on the journey for a while and you're also stuck. A lot of people are stuck. But Goddess Sekhmet is telling you it's time to reduce what no longer serves. You must declutter. You must feng shui, okay? How are you supposed to be open to receiving or changing or making moves when you're stuck in a place of you don't know what it is? And I will clarify. But honestly, you don't need me or anybody to tell you. God has been showing you the vision. That's the one thing I hear very strong. But again, a lot of us have to understand as we enter Scorpio season, this beautiful eclipse of darkness is understanding that we don't have to suffer in that anymore. It can be very magical, very loving, full of healthy boundaries. No more disrespect, no more lack mentality, but it starts with you. You got to see what energies that needs to go. Look at that, the tower. Hold on. What is the place of comfort, right? Because you can't be bold and make a move if you're in a comfort zone. So let's get some clarity here, okay? I hope that this is helping so far. And yes, my energy will definitely be shifting because I'm leveling up in consciousness, and there's other things that have to be said and taught. And if it doesn't resonate with you, no problem. If it does, fantastic. In the end of the day, just sit here and listen and expand. If not, you can exit. It's all good. The Queen of Cups. Follow your heart. Follow the cup. What is the cup that keeps filling you up? Following that passion, the emotion. I'm also hearing for, the understanding of balance. We've been on this journey for a while. Look at that, the Two of Cups. We're talking about balance, right? Are we pouring into each other? Are we both planting seeds? Are we both watering these roses to make sure the rose stays beautiful, fragrant, in blossom? This is all about pouring into each other. And, this could be with yourself, right? So let's break it down with the masculine and feminine within. I say the God and Goddess within. Okay, and now if we're going to bring a reflection of a mirror, is that also reflecting without? People, places, or things. Please choose whatever you desire. But it's a lot of the feminine energy saying, I need to fill up my cup. But not only am I filling up my cup, I'm only putting energy into someone who actually nourishes my cup as well. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back, but I have the Strength card, the Ace of Swords, the Devil with the Two of Swords. But look at that, to speak the truth. Are you scared to be courageous to speak your truth because of the double-sided sword, the hypocrite energy, the judgment, the blame, the shame, the fear, right? What are you chained to? This is This is a very powerful combo that came through. Okay, leave it. And I believe the moon is in Leo now too. The Sword of Truth, the boundaries. Are you having boundaries? Are you following your boundaries? Are you constantly allowing someone to disrespect your boundaries, which means you're disrespecting yourself? This is why the magic mirror is so important, because you have to show up to your truth and understand that you have to stop blaming others and really come into a place of truth and full responsibility, and of course take accountability for what you need in your journey. The Page of Swords, that spying energy, that sneaky energy. Maybe you're just watching people grow and you feel stuck, or you're the one who's spying on someone else because there's a chain that's connected to you, or someone is watching you, right? It could be either way. The Two of Wands fell right in front of the Two of Cups. To be a part of the Twin Flame path, I've learned a lot of lessons, and the biggest lesson I've learned is don't fall into the trap, because it's a trap and it really does suck your soul away. And it's very hard to be productive and be a new earth leader when there is this codependency that's so deep in your soul that you don't even realize that you and your twin are always together. Separation is an illusion. For me, I really had a very beautiful experience with a masculine who came in very quickly, brought in a lot of love, and then left very quickly. And that was brought on through the war energy. But what I learned was the bewilderment. And recently he came back. I felt his energy. If you're in the VIP or in my sacred temple, I've said it. There's a masculine that keeps circling me. I feel it. And he came back. And you know what? He didn't come back correct. He's not in the place of where a goddess wants a god to be, and it's healthy boundaries, clear communication, full commitment to yourself, the path, and of God, of course, but and also understanding, what are you really bringing to the table? There is a power when you're in your boundaries, and there's a power when you say no. And the reason why I share that is because if I was not strong enough to understand that whoever my divine counterpart is, I wouldn't have to be confused, because confusion doesn't come from God. Confusion comes from the devil, which is Two of Sword energy, not clear communication, not clear boundaries, still leaving you in a place of bewilderment. And the reason why bewilderment has been so beautiful for me as a journey is because it has shown me that Sufi teaching, the beloved is all, the lover is a dead thing. So even the concept of the lover is technically a dead thing, and the whole purpose is to have communion with the beloved, which is God. Now, if that person who is your divine counterpart comes to you, is he reflecting that energy? Is he reflecting all that you have worked upon and more? I'm very blunt. If you're not bringing me what I give myself every day or more, the door is closed on you. Go talk to God. That's not my problem. The Nine of Pentacles, right? All of that hard work, guys. All of that hard work. There's so many people that I talk to, obviously clients, but, also personal relationships that I've built along this journey. And I've noticed that a lot of people are still talking about old energies. Why? What is this old energy? How do you chain to? It's a great question. I know it may be triggering, but oh well, this is 2022. If you're triggered, you better say thank you. When I go into this energy personally, right? I know the Ace of Swords. Let me sharpen up my sword to speak the truth, because that's what love is. Love is an action and love is truth. The Strength card, am I feeding the love or am I feeding the beast, right? Having the Devil energy, what am I really chained to that is not bringing me the clarity that I need? Why do I need options when I should know exactly where I'm going? And that is what I feel like is coming through. The masculine energy or the God energy is saying, let me inquire about this. And then the feminine saying, I'm going to reduce it for you so it can be more clear. Because all of this spying, all of this immaturity, all of this old energy, you know, it's not serving. And this Queen of Cups who desires this Two of Cups or the Two of Wands, which are both divine counterpart energies, she's been working really hard and she's not giving it up. She's not giving it up. Stuff. There's a huge transformation here, you guys. Scorpio season, you're going to experience a lot of transformation. And for those of you who don't know how to really fully surrender, really fully be present and actually commit to a new path for yourself, which requires, again, discipline. It requires for you to show up fully, to create new patterns and new rituals and new practices in your day-to-day life. You understand that the 21 days you need to also get you to 90 days. And if you can't do anything for the next few days, you know, you can't change in the next few days, you're going to need help. And this is when you want to ask for help, because it's going to feel heavier and heavier because God is telling you go, you know, it's time for you to go. And you'll know this. King of Swords. Where are you going to? You're going to the King of Swords, honey. You're the throne. You know, you're on your throne and you're speaking your truth. And that sword is in the air. And it's not even Queen energy, it's King energy. But that's what the Queen of Cups needs. The Queen of Cups needs the King of Swords. She doesn't want confusion. She wants a masculine energy that is practical, that is strong, that shows up and will give clarity. And this is not the Page of Swords, okay? The Page of Swords, that energy, that's weak, okay? That's a weak energy. The King of Swords is coming strong, and he's giving her what she needs. And this is all happening within you. All of this is eternal. So my advice too, if you follow twin flame readers and they keep talking about the same thing over and over again, you might want to declutter. You might want to feng shui them. Because, you know, there's only so much you can talk about the same thing until you're going to make a move. Six of Wands. And achieve victory. Because you know what? You were meant here to do big things. That's the thing, you know. It's like you were meant here to grow, learn, fall on your ass, go through the dark night of the soul, die a few times, and then rise like the phoenix. I kind of like this because she kind of looks like she's rising from the phoenix, right? And now it's time for you to do that damn thing you're supposed to do, the thing you've been dreaming about, the thing that God has been showing you. Because now you're working in a very healthy, balanced place where before you probably would give it all up for an ego. This is you looking at your ego going, my ego is always going to be present because I'm physically still here, but I'm choosing God's plan for me, my higher path. Wow. You know, some of you, I'm going to be honest with you, that just came out again, 2 4s again, so 4 4. Okay, so this is definitely a masculine energy. Also, this can also brought in, yes, the 8 8 with the Strength card, but this is the duality of it. Lack mentality, holding on to the old. 7 of Swords, manipulation. You know, self-manipulation is the worst. You promise yourself something and you haven't changed, you haven't reached the help. That's manipulation. 10 of Swords, painful ending. Like, and then the 3 of Swords, because it just jabbed you right in the heart. It always sees the butterfly and the snake. And this is the opportunity for you to actually close it out and have transformation. last message. Knight of Cups. The King of Wands. I knew there was a king here. I feel so much king energy. But let me tell you something. The reason why I love this is because of the wings. You know, he's a knight, but he understands that there's an energy here that's creating something higher for him to fly up. There's something here that's coming in, and something is going to balance. And this is understanding your own journey. You know, when you close out this cycle of lack mentality, the heartbreak, the deception, the manipulation, and the pain, right? And the lack mentality specifically, something is going to come and it's going to give you a beautiful offer. Remember, God doesn't want to hear you complain. God wants you to talk to it. And for me personally, I've had, doing the 10 days of this magic program just reminded me how much magic I have, and how much power, and how much work, and how much I am fully in communion with my beloved, which is God. And when I ask God to show me things, because I want to say scared, yo. Like, scared is what came out, but that's not my feeling, so that's for one of you. So if you're scared, but for me, I want to say confused, but scared, okay? I ask God to show me. And a good example would be like, God, show me a lion today. If I am on my path, show me a lion. And then let it go. And when you see a lion, if you do see a lion, that's a confirmation. God is always talking to us. The Supreme Creator is always talking to us, okay? There's a lot of energy that's here, but you have to be ready for this cup to come in, because if you're ignoring it, if you're still in lack, if you're still manipulating yourself, you're not going to see the cup. It's going to pass you. That horse is going to ride past you and go to the next person because their conscious level is open. So you have to be prepared for all of this energy during Scorpio season. There's a lot here, but you know, remember, you are magic and you have all the energy, but your program is stopping you. Your ego is stopping you. And that's why it's so important that you show up and do practical things, right? Like setting really healthy goals for the day and the week and doing it, you know? And, you know, nobody wants to go to the gym 5 days a week, you know? Most people don't. But if you have a goal like me, I gotta go. And to be honest with you, I go because it's like for my mental health. Like, it's really amazing. But some days my body and my soul is tired, but I still go. And after I go, I feel so amazing. You have to push yourself. You have to keep moving forward. You also got to make more practical goals and plans. The key here is to show up and invest in yourself. A lot of people still don't invest in themselves, and you know, what you put in yourself is what comes back. And right now, this magic is totally open, and it's really important that you are ready for all of the blessings that is promised to you, because I want you to succeed. I believe there's room on the table for everybody, you know, but for only those who are really willing to do the work, you know. Look at the card that just, the devil. Like, I personally won't bring people who are in this energy in my circle. You know, it's addictions, it's shadows, it's codependencies, it's generational curses, it's the ego. You know, really letting the ego run the ship. And it's people who like it. Look how he's leading on it. Like, yeah, I'm comfortable here, so I'm going to stay here. That doesn't vibe with me. So, you know, if that vibes with you, then you're in that dimension, and that's where you choose to be. But those of you who are ready to be bold and make the move out of there and create a very beautiful energy, as the Ace of Swords wants to show clarity, you know, it's time. Let's get one more last energy here and I'll close out. Thank you for liking. Thank you for being here. Please remember to like, share, and comment, because that is an energy exchange. We have to remember, if you're watching someone's stuff and you don't do anything, again, lack mentality. Everything is in balance. If you've watched this video, like it, comment, share. That's an energy exchange. I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, definitely go get the 10-day program, you guys. It's really dope. The last 3 days I do practical exercises with y'all, but it really brings in the imagination. It has helped a lot with the inner child as well. A lot of people talking about Goddess Sekhmet, right? She's the solar plexus, which deals with stuck, fragmented inner child wounds. It will help you. It's healing, but it's also liberating. And it also brings you back to a place of imagination, and that's when you can start co-creating. Because the last message here is this: have faith in your dreams. And I said this to you, it's time for you to be that individual, that god or goddess that God has been showing you all your life. But if you don't have faith in your dreams and you're still stuck in old energies, you're in manipulation and you're not trusting God. Remember, God only gives you what you need. So sometimes we need lessons because we're not really on our higher path. So enjoy the lessons, have gratitude, be grateful for the lessons, but keep going into what God has shown you. God is showing each and every one of us what we need to do in this life. You don't need me to tell you. You have the power. But if you do need healing, or if you want to jump onto a very magical carpet ride, contact me. All the stuff is in the bio. All right, y'all. I hope this helps. Blessings and love. Peace.